Hey everybody, my name is Michael Morale. SMA News Today has asked me to do a couple of videos for them each month, where they send me articles that they want me to read, review with you, and also give you my opinion as to what these news articles are trying to tell us. In my first video, I did a PowerPoint presentation regarding Cytokinetics Pharmaceuticals. Cytokinetics is announcing their Phase 2 clinical trial results of their drug known as Reldesemtiv. They're planning on making this announcement at the 2018 Cure SMA Conference, which is scheduled to be held in Dallas this coming June. So please, watch the PowerPoint presentation that I did, and afterwards, I'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Thank you. Cytokinetics Incorporated is a publicly traded biopharmaceutical company based in South San Francisco, California. They develop muscle activators as potential treatments for people with diseases characterized by impaired or declining muscle function. In collaboration with Astellas Pharma, Cytokinetics developed CK2127107, a next-generation fast skeletal muscle troponin activator, also known as an FSTA. CK2127107 was renamed to Reldesemtiv. This drug was granted orphan drug designation by the FDA for the potential treatment of SMA. Cytokinetics was scheduled to complete their Phase 2 clinical trial of Reldesemtiv in February of this year, but since they still had a few people yet to receive their final dosing, this trial ended in the middle of March. Reldesemtiv is also currently being studied in two other Phase 2 clinical trials, one in chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, also known as COPD, and one in amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, otherwise known as ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease. They also have a Phase 1b clinical trial in elderly adults with limited mobility. Astellas holds an exclusive license for the development and commercialization of Reldesemtiv worldwide. Results of the exploratory Phase 2 study evaluating the effectiveness of Reldesemtiv for a first time in patients with SMA will be presented at the Cure SMA Annual Conference set for mid-June in Texas. Data from preclinical studies show that Reldesemtiv improved muscle function in 2 mouse models of SMA, and 3 Phase 1 clinical trials in healthy volunteers supported the compound's safety and tolerability and suggested it might be effective. The Phase 2 placebo-controlled multiple-dose trial is investigating Reldesemtiv's effectiveness and safety in 70 ambulatory and non-ambulatory patients with SMA types 2, 3, or 4. Its primary objective is to see if treatment can improve patients' muscular function and respiratory capacity and ease fatigue. Secondary goals include measures of the treatment's safety, tolerability, and pharmacodynamics, or how the therapy is absorbed, distributed, and metabolized, and then expelled. Researchers are assessing respiratory capacity as well as motility and balance through the 6-minute walk test and timed up and go test in ambulatory patients, those with types 3 and 4 and able to walk. In non-ambulatory participants, types 2 and 3, upper limb strength and functionality is being tested. Preliminary data on characteristics of patients in the low-dose group, first enrolled and called Group 1, were released at last year's Cure SMA Conference. Fady Malik, Cytokinetics Executive Vice President of Research and Development, stated the following, quote, "We look forward to these data in adolescents and adults with types 2, 3, and 4 SMA, a population in need of new therapies to address impaired muscle function and weakness despite the promise of gene-directed therapies." End quote. The following is a list of questions that I've received, and you may have the same questions yourself regarding Cytokinetics' pending announcement. Question number 1. Why did Cytokinetics decide to announce their results at the 2018 Cure SMA Conference scheduled in Dallas in June? My answer? Cytokinetics made their decision, in my opinion, because this would be the largest venue to make this type of announcement. Question number 2. In my opinion, do I think this announcement will be good or bad news? My answer? Cytokinetics has had plenty of time to review the data from their Phase 2 clinical trial. I believe the announcement will be good news because they chose such a large venue. If it were bad news, in my opinion, Cytokinetics would have made this announcement in a very quiet press release. Question number 3. In my opinion, what will Cytokinetics' next move be if the announcement is good news? My answer? If they release positive news, which I truly believe they will, I believe Cytokinetics will move into a Phase 3 pivotal trial. This Phase 3 pivotal trial will be Cytokinetics' last opportunity to gather key data to present to the FDA for either denial or approval to move their drug Reldesemtiv to the treatment stage, similar to what Biogen did with their drug Spinraza. Final thoughts. Very important information that I would like everybody to think about. The majority of you that are watching this presentation should be aware of Biogen. Biogen recently released the first FDA-approved treatment for SMA, called Spinraza. Spinraza is an intrathecal injection that delivers a key protein directly into the central nervous system of patients suffering from SMA. What I would like everyone to think about is that Spinraza works at the cellular level, whereas Cytokinetics Reldesemtiv is a drug that works at the muscular level. Reldesemtiv causes the muscle to contract, and when this muscle contracts, nerve endings are exposed. When these nerve endings are exposed, the muscle can then absorb the protein that it needs to either sustain itself or to grow stronger. If Cytokinetics gets their drug Reldesemtiv to the treatment stage, those of us with SMA will have a treatment that works at both the cellular and muscular level. This may be the 1-2 punch that could show substantial promise for all of us. 2 years ago, those of us with SMA had nothing to look forward to. Now, we may be on the verge of adding 2 viable treatments for our treatment of SMA. Keep a smile on your face, because I think the light at the end of the tunnel is growing stronger and brighter for all of us, each and every day. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation that I did, and I hope you found some information that can be useful to you as well. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget, give us a thumbs up, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would greatly appreciate it. If you do subscribe to the channel, make sure that you click on the little bell icon to be notified of any upcoming videos that we produce. I hope everybody's had a fantastic day. And until next time, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.